well enough with my current, but because it's a bit loud on my end. Broadcasting here, and I'm sorry guys, I don't have my green screen up. It's upstairs. Minecraft. Well, asking CanadainGuyEh some questions about maybe some Spyro and stuff. If that's okay with you. What? And hopefully, yeah. And did you, by any chance, get my like channel and paste it into your Discord, or?
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Okay. I'm just saying. I don't have my messages up right now, so hopefully I get a lot of response on my playback.
There you go. Post on Discord. Ready whenever you are.
Yep. Let me just start playing some game. So, CanadainGuyEh here. So, what have you been thinking of, like, with Spyro so far? Like, the content surrounding it? Because from what I've noticed, the Twitter for Toys for Bob and Spyro Universe have been a little quiet lately, and I'm getting a little worried. Oh, I got one watcher!
So, probably the reason why we're seeing a little bit of a slowdown is because when the delay was announced,
right.
The delay has really thrown a wrench in the gears.
A wrench in the gears? What do you mean?
Like a wrench in the gears, as in like the whole functioning process of the game. People are probably rushing. They're probably so focused on getting the games done that they're not looking so much at the public relations as they were before.
Right.
Because they want to make sure that they get the proper amount of time invested into the game. They'll probably be posting a little bit less because we're coming down to the final 2 months or less than 2 months.
Yeah, it's like 50 something. It's like 58 days now, right?
Yeah, something along 59, 58 days, something along the lines of that.
Right.
So the game is released from the initial delay, and I'm sure Toys for Bob doesn't want another delay at all. They don't want any form of delay again. They want to make sure that everything works fine, and so they're probably more focused on getting the content done.
Right.
From what I've heard, most of the stuff that needs to get done is majority in Spyro 3, which is
right.
actually some of the stuff.
And I did see some content from there, and it looks good so far.
Yeah, it looks fantastic, but it's the least that we've seen of.
Right, true.
And I think that we need to see more content from them.
I will take care of it when I'm done.
From that side, because we've seen a lot.
Sorry about that, guys. I had a bit of an interruption.
We've seen quite a bit too, and now we just gotta wait for the last trickle-ins for 3.
Right.
My prediction is we might get 1 or 2 more level reveals for 3, and then that might be it. We might get a few screenshots here and there, but I think the Spyro Twitter is going to be settling down and getting ready for the actual release day.
Yeah, I agree with you, Canadian. So, like, when they revealed Amora, what do you think, honestly, in your own opinion?
Well, I can tell you a little story about that. So, when Allura was revealed, normally I'm at home for Spyro content. I stay at home for a certain amount of time.
That makes sense.
Certain hours of release, I can go and do my chores and do my stuff or get up really early because Toys for Bob is in California time. Yeah, they're in California time, so that's 3 hours behind me.
3 hours, so that's like, I'm in Central, and that's like, what, maybe like 4 or 5 hours behind me? Or ahead of me?
Yeah, I think that's 4 hours for you. And so in my head, I think, okay, my work day starts at 11 o'clock, it ends at 8 o'clock my time.
Right.
So between the hours of 11 and 8, I'm usually trying to stay at home. And what happened was I stepped out briefly. I was at the bank.
Okay.
I was in line at the bank. And
Oh, I think you explained this on your channel once before, if I remember correctly, in one of your videos in your recent content, I believe.
yeah. So, but what happened was I was sitting there, I was in line, and there was someone in front of me, and my phone goes off once. And whenever it goes off once, I don't usually look at it because it's usually just a like, a tweet.
Right.
I usually, but then my phone's ding, ding, ding,
Ding. Yep.
And I'm like, what is happening?
Right,
I
right.
pull out my phone, I look down, and all I see is the words Alora revealed, and I'm shaking in the bank line. I'm legitimately
Like you're shaking in your boots right now. You're in your little Canadian boots, or what do you have on in that bank? You're like shaking, like, oh my god, what just happened here?
yeah, and I'm just like, no,
Like, no, they didn't. I had the same exact reaction with you. I wasn't recording at the time either. I had the same exact reaction, and once I heard, "I'm a fawn, you dork," literally, my whole heart just melted at that line. It sounded beautiful to me, the way her voice is portrayed. I mean, it did a bit of a comparison what it did sound like back then. Like, it was more blunt. Now it's more like a funny, like, hey, I'm a fawn, it's okay, you didn't know.
yeah, and so what happened? Yeah, so I was in line. I saw the reveal. I was freaking out, and then I was just like, okay, so I'm waiting for the guy in front of me to move. I go up. I'm like, I tell the guy, I tell my bank the things I need to get done, and I sprint to the car, and
Like legit sprinting to the car.
I burn out of the driveway, and I'm like, I need to get home. I need to get
Oh
home.
my god, yeah, I can imagine that situation right now, honestly, with you.
Yeah, and on the way to going to the bank, I grabbed pizza for my wife, and I ran in the house. I almost like boomeranged pizza across the living room to run into my back room.
Oh my god, I can imagine that wasn't a fun mess to pick up.
When I saw Alora, I was blown away because I thought initially they were only showing up the concept, but then when I was at home, I looked down at my phone and I saw it was a video. So I only saw up to where when the camera pans down and then you see Alora saying, "Oh." All I saw at the back. When I came home, I sat down and watched the full thing. I was squealing.
You're squealing like little sparrow girl you are.
Yeah, and so I was going as fast as I can, and it was incredible. It was really incredible to see Alora for the first time, to see how she was revealed.
And I agree, the way they revealed her was perfect on T.
Yeah,
With her and obviously the gem stealing dirtbag. And
I love the new redesign. I love the new voice. It's all awesome.
agreed, and especially with the reveal of that money, like that gem stealing dirtbag.
Yeah, money bags.
A small fee. And Canadian Guy, I mean, if you want to watch my stream along with the interview, you can. If you want to, it's completely up to you.
Alright, well, we'll see. So, hopefully that we can,
Get more stuff set up, yeah.
I'm a big Minecraft guy, so.
I know you're not big into Minecraft, but it's something I randomly thought of, like, hey, I'm just doing a general interview and playing some Minecraft and talking to one of my biggest YouTubers that I ever actually get to meet and actually talk to online, and it's a huge honor to be doing this interview with you. Honestly, man, I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'm just your average Joe, and
Honestly, to me, you're not an average Joe. Canadian, honestly, you're not. You're much bigger than that to me. You're much bigger than that to me. Honestly, you mean a lot in my life. I've been going through some rough patches. I'm not going to go into specifics on my channel because I don't want to bring up that type of part of my life. But you've gotten me through some rough patches in my life, and I applaud you for that. And I really am truly dedicated to watching your channel on a bad day that I'm having, honestly.
well, I really appreciate that, and I'm happy that much anybody, including you. So I really appreciate that, and it helps me be able to continue to work and continue to do this because some days it's difficult for me too. But I keep at it, I keep working, and you know what? It's really awesome to hear from you, be able to like my content is affecting your life in that sense, and that's really awesome.
All right.
So,
Oh. Sounded something like something hit the fan. Like something like bleep hit the fan, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do family content in my channel here, so if you accidentally drop an F-bomb or I'm streaming live here, so if you guys honestly don't mind the swearing, hit that like button down below, to be honest with you. So when they revealed money bags, what was the first thought that popped into your head?
That they did him perfectly.
Oh, besides that, like honestly, like true Sparrow fan.
They made this. Like before, he looked like it's hard to explain. Before, he didn't really look. I guess the way that they designed him, he just looked like a bear in a suit. But now they actually took that pompous attitude and they pumped it, like, pun intended, they pumped it up, and they made him look pompous with his chest puffed out, holding the money, the bag of money.
And that one picture of him holding his jacket and like the money in the other bag, he has like that smug look. It's like, I'm gonna steal your gems, even though you don't know it.
He looks.
And I did that in the cam deal. I'm like, I have that perfect posture, and like I'm carrying your gems. I have my hand on my jacket. I'm gonna steal some gems. You know what? Pay a small 500 gems. I don't care. You know?
The fact that they were able to nail that was really, and my initial reaction was I love the design. I thought it was awesome.
Right, and I agree.
Ending game.
Especially in what is it? Is it Spyro 3 that you could chase after him, or is it?
Yes, Spyro 3. Yeah.
Okay, it's in I forget. What is that level called too? I can't remember it for the life of me.
It's Midnight Mountain, where you get Agent 9, and it's.
What was the fee? Was it like 1,000 gems or something like that? Was it like 1,000 gems or something like that? Something ridiculous?
Oh, it's a lot more. It's like 7,000 or something crazy. I can't remember.
Jeez, Moneybags, you sly dog. Honestly, I both hate him and love him at the same time. You know?
Yeah, that's the character that's the point of Moneybags. You love him, but you hate him.
Exactly.
You can't wait to chase him around, but he's a fun character, and I'm happy that Toys for Bob did justice with him and his design.
I agree with you. In your previous content, where you played, was it Hercos and like Summer Forest, and it was something else. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you played those, and Toys for Bob allowed you to play those levels, and you saw the gorgeous beauty of it, and the finest detail of everything. Honestly, I know you can't keep your heart contained when you see stuff like that. Seeing your childhood game being remade into this wonderful masterpiece of a game. It's like with Crash Bandicoot. It's like you play those kids when you're like 5 years old. It's just playing those games again when you're like, say, 30 to be a rough estimate. It's like bring those childhood memories back. It's amazing.
It's a feeling that is unique with Spyro. Spyro has something unique. Like you see, because with Crash, you can see it through. It's hard to describe, but you can see it through the glasses. Like when you look at Crash, you're like, hey,
I'm gonna turn my.
I remember this. I remember seeing this. This is how I remembered it. And then when you watch Spyro, some of the areas are not quite what you remember it, but they're better and they're improved, and it's Spyro. And to be able to see that, because we haven't really seen that before or too often in gaming, where you actually get to see another company. Okay, this is the original, and we love it, and we're going to keep to the original. However, we're going to remaster it. And
Exactly. Yeah, I had the same thought.
The head producer called it a Remaster Plus.
Remaster Plus. Do you know what he meant by that?
So what it was that it's not quite like frame to frame perfect.
Frame to frame perfect. Okay. Like every remastered game is not gonna be frame to frame perfect on its first run. Sure, there's gonna be a few bugs in there. That's something that you can work out after games release in November 13th. I couldn't remember the date for a second there. And honestly, guys, if you can hear Canadian Guy A, be sure to leave a comment in the comment box or whatever, or a comment down below if you can hear this guy, because I don't know if you can or not. Because, like I said, I try to reach in with my mic and try to get good enough quality as is, and I don't want him to have him go out of his way to record on his own software. I want to do this on my own and show that on my own without other people stepping in and doing and helping me out with this stuff, you know? So be sure to leave a comment down below to make sure you hear him.
So
Ah.
the remaster, what remaster plus meaning is that
Holy crap, the drums look freaking creepy as hell. I'm out of here.
so so pretty much the remaster is meant to pretty much mean it's not necessarily a remaster, but it's a remake plus. Things are adjusted but improved upon. Like for example, I got the privilege to be able to play Spyro at a local convention.
Right.
They actually brought Spyro,
And
and
speaking of convention, I don't mean to cut you off here, Canadian. Speaking of convention, I did go to a Minecraft convention and got like all these neat signatures from like people I watch. Honestly, I know you're not a big Minecrafter or person who plays Minecraft, but still seeing and meeting those people, getting pictures with them is amazing. It would be the same thing if I were to meet you at that convention. I'm truly honored to talk to you like this.
yeah, no, I get that. I get that. It's very important and very you're very much invested in that. And that's really good. That's really awesome.
And with going to that convention, it rekindled my fire for this game, to be honest with you.
But it was a little bit of a shock for me at first because I had a big smile on my face. But at first I was it took me about after that smile for years. It took me about 5 minutes for me to get used to the controls again because the controls they're not vastly different, but they're much more like
Much more refined is what you're trying to say, right? Much more refined is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, very much more refined, much more tightened up. Like for example, if I turn left, Spyro will turn immediately left. It doesn't.
It's not that small lag that you had behind in all the other games. Yeah, I get what you mean. Honestly, if Spyro was at that convention, at the Minecraft convention, had Minecraft written all over it, if Spyro was there, I would have been the first one in line, like, bing! Right in front of those people. I don't care if I'm cutting or nothing. I'm getting in front and playing Spyro right then and there. I don't care. At that point, like, people will be rude and say, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, Spyro's sitting right here. Of course, I'm not gonna wait like 2 hours in a line just to get to it. I mean, come on. You've done the same exact thing if you're my age. I'm only 20 years old. Fun fact for y'all who are watching right now, I only got 4 viewers right now. But yeah, I don't mean to be cutting you off a lot, Canadian. I am truly sorry about that.
It's okay.
But with reveal of the 3 heroes from Spyro 3, what do you honestly think of them? Like Sergeant Bird, Sheila, what's Agent 9? I'm surprised they haven't revealed Bianca yet from Spyro 2. No, Spyro 3 is Spyro 3. Never mind.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much the last companion that we need to see to be fully revealed. That's like main.
Even though you don't get to play as her, it would be still pretty cool to see her.
Yeah, we gotta wait and see. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna take that. With Sheila, I really like Sheila's art. I really like what they did for her. They made her the Safari Girl.
Like that old Australian, like Australian, like kind of gal, I love that design. It makes her pop out so much more as a character.
And Sergeant Bird was really awesome to see, especially with his. He's got his little missiles with the little death face on it.
Death face. Oh yeah, the little angry face. It looked to me when I saw that in like low quality, it looked like an angry face emoji. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, and then Agent 9, I also really like the design that they did for him. I like on his shirt, he's got the cross versus the Rhinoc, and I thought that was a really nice detail.
I haven't seen too much of that content. I haven't seen too much of that content, to be honest with you, because I've been kind of lagging behind on Spyro, and I'm truly sorry about that. And for the further future of the channel, guys, I am going to be doing more Spyro content rather than general gaming. See, just not to be on the ride of Spyro's popularity, but as to play the games I played as a kid at 5 years old with my dad. And I'm not trying to be one of those like YouTubers who are like only riding on the wind to get more popular. No, this is not what this channel is all about. This channel is all about you guys and what you guys do as a community to me. All of us, actually. Even CanadainGuyEh would 100% agree with me here. Like, thanks to you guys, we can do this. We could do what we love because of you.
Because of me?
No, that too. But
What? Well, no, I was just like, how? Because of me? I mean, we're able to do that because, you know, we can.
we could do what we love, honestly.
So, just curious. What was I gonna say now? Oh yeah. What's the next question? Sorry.
I was just saying, like, with the recent reveal of certain characters in the game, it doesn't matter which game it's from. Even though we saw little snippets of like Ripto, the sorceress from the cover art and the concept art, it's like I want to see their in-game models, even though they showed little bits of it. But I want to see the like in massive arenas that they're in, like before the sorceress main fight.
Yeah, no, I have what you mean. I agree with you on that. Actually, which is kind of interesting. If you in the autumn plains picture, you can actually see if you look to the right and zoom in, you can actually see Alora standing there, ready for you to talk to her.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you know, you can. It's very small, but you can see her.
It's like I know I seen that picture in the first E3 play trailer. Like they showed like a bit of autumn plains in that one picture, and if you zoom in close enough, you can see like little pixelations of Elora standing there. But once they revealed Elora, like you know what doesn't make sense when they played that trailer for Elora? You know what didn't make sense to me? You know when she tilted her head down and her hair just fell, right? And she said, "I'm a following you, dork." The quote we all remember as a kid. Come on, you guys can agree. Is that when they zoomed back to her, that hair was like stuck to her face, not still upside down like the rest of her head was in the back shot of her head. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's just cussing playing on just being funny or it's like a minor detail I don't mind. If they fix it, then yeah.
It's you know, something that they could have decided. I'm not quite sure why, but it could have been something that was.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you've noticed that too when you saw the trailer for her. I'm pretty sure you saw the same thing I saw in that trailer. Like when Spyro came out of the portal. When Spyro came out of the portal, and you see Elora sitting there in the newer version of Elora, she tilts her head down, says the quote, and the hair just plops down like in the back shot, and says it as Spyro's asking the question. Then when she says, "I'm a following you, dork," that hair is just like right next to her face, like it didn't change at all.
Like I said, the cutscene could be incomplete. I mean, that
This honestly, the cutscene looks complete to me, regardless. The cutscene looks complete to me.
I mean, because like in the cutscene, you can see the Ripto flags.
Oh yeah, and she does sound more annoyed than the whole shock. Like, oh no. Like she does sound more annoyed than one of those traditional. Oh no, like she's PO'd. Honestly, I like that change. It makes it more subtle. Like, she's like really annoyed that this guy came over to take over her world, and it's like, not this guy again. It's my ex-boyfriend or something. You know? That's like immediately what I thought when I heard that. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like one of those things. But yeah, the next question before we ramble on about the Spyro, because we can do that all day, all stream if we wanted to. But next question for you would be like, for future Spyro content, what would you think would happen to Spyro after the game's release?
So, personally, I think that they're going to be releasing a new game, Toy Toys for Bob is probably going to be developing a new game, just like the rumors of the Vicarious Visions developing another Crash Bandicoot game. I believe that's what Future Tense was meant to be. Future Tense was
A level test, yeah. They might do the same thing with Spyro.
Yeah, there might be some DLC that'll come up. We might be able to see some awesome stuff for Spyro DLC, and then on top of that, we might get a new Spyro. When it could be 2 or 3 years later, I don't know exactly. But Toys for Bob
But then,
might be, turning away from the Skylanders thing and
okay,
with Spyro.
kind of
I think that's what we're gonna go with.
right, and kind of off topic from Spyro, just for a little bit here. Then we'll go back to the interview. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Did you see the recent Nintendo Switch E3 trailer for next year for Luigi's Mansion 3?
Yes.
What do you think of that? To be honest, with you.
I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it. I love the original Luigi's Mansion.
I played through the original Luigi's Mansion far more times than I can count, and I just quoted another YouTuber right there.
Yeah,
Let's see if your viewers can guess it.
I might stream it when it comes out.
Right, and it's coming out on the Nintendo 3DS or the Switch. That's what most rumors are going about. Honestly, Luigi's Mansion 2 was on the 3DS. So they might start out with the 3DS first, then port it over to the Switch, see how it handles. That's what they did with a lot of original games for the Switch. Like, if they were to remake Punch-Out, like they did Punch-Out for the Wii, if they were to remake that and do the same thing for the Switch and port it over, the controls would be a whole lot different. But yeah. Is there any other history that you have with Spyro other than what you did with Miharu?
Pretty much what I did with Miharu was a lot, but I mean, like I said before Miharu's interview, I've been a Spyro fan for a long time. I discovered it through the Crash Bandicoot Warped.
Same.
The Crash Warped.
3 Easter egg, like the old Spyro 1 demo.
Yeah, that's how I discovered it. I've played it quite a bit. It's quite awesome.
Right, and seeing all the games, like how the game was before it actually was like finalized and released on PlayStation 1. Like, how long has it been now? Like almost 20 some odd years.
I'm not sure. It's been for a while. It's for a while though.
Yeah, exactly. But
alright, so, but yeah, no, I've been a Spyro fan for a while, from the beginning, and I can't wait to be able to continue to play it, and Reignited. I had so many childhood memories playing with my
that's
sister,
a bit better.
my brother, even my mom. It was a lot.
Right, and I agree with you 100% there. I remember playing that game with my dad, like when I was really young, and he owned all 3 Spyro games when I was growing up, and he let me play it when I was old enough. Like the first instance that I'm gonna pause my game here for a second so I can talk about this. First instance when I played Spyro, it was the first one, was on the old PlayStation 1 Slim that was about, the very flat thin one that was about pocket sized. That's what I played Spyro on, like almost 24/7 a day. It honestly, playing those games brought me to where I am. Playing games. That's like the first game I played, other than a few other ones. But Spyro was most one that I loved growing up.
Yeah, Spyro held a very special place in my heart.
For all Spyro fans, for my viewers and your viewers, it's just, it's one of those, like, it brings a tear to your eye seeing this game justified in 2018. It's honestly mind-blowing.
I cannot wait. I am so excited. I cannot wait.
And September 20th is right around the corner. I'm still sad that they delayed the game, but I'm pretty sure they did. I know they did it for a good reason. I know the game wasn't done, And with these now almost 2 months gone by, I feel like they're going to figure out that whole download fiasco, or the discs not being all on three, all on one disc like Crash was. Honestly think, even though my theory may be wrong, but 100% believe if they get that situated and all three games are on one disc, I think we could all be happier.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people have been asking for and rooting for. So, I think that's what everyone's been asking for and rooting for. There's been some rumors saying that that's why the delay happened, was that they want to try to get it on all one disc.
Right, right.
And yeah, that's pretty much what a lot of people have been theorizing. I've been hearing from other people who claim they have sources, and if you assume and stuff, that's.
Oh, you know what they say about assuming, Canadian?
I'm sorry?
You know what they say about assuming?
Yes, I do know what they say about assuming.
I had to make that joke. I had to. I'm so sorry. I'm legit so sorry I had to make that joke, honestly.
That's okay.
Honestly, I'm one for bad jokes, because if I write all my jokes on one piece of paper, they'll all be terrible.
That's the funniest jokes.
Exactly. This guy gets it. Anyways, back to the main interview here. While I'm playing this game, trying to focus on the interview and play a game at the same time. For most Spyro history, for both of us, like, what was your most favored memory of Spyro? Like, doesn't matter from which game, or if it's from the original trio, it could be that. If it's from any of the later games, it could be that. It doesn't matter. Spyro is Spyro in my heart. No matter how many iterations he's been through. Even the Skylanders. I mean, come on, guys. That's not even Spyro to begin with. He looks more like a charred up reptile than freaking like cute bubbly Spyro when he was in the original 3 trio.
Well, I mean, for some people, it just depends on their age. Maybe that's what they were introduced to as a kid. Like, maybe that's...
Exactly, kids nowadays are introduced to like Skylanders and all that.
Yeah, my favorite memory of Spyro, I have so many, but I'll say this memory. I remember I had such a hard time dealing with Ripto as a kid.
Didn't we all?
Playing against Ripto, I was having so much problems there. I was always in the final stage. And
Right,
I remember,
right.
When I finally beat him, I almost broke my controller because I jumped up in the air, I threw it on the ground and was screaming, yes.
Like one of those like.
Because it was just like, it was such an intense moment because I kept dying over and over and over and over again.
Yep. I had the same exact reaction, almost. I didn't throw my controller on the ground, but once I beat Red Tail, I was like, hell yeah. And then my parents came in the room and said, what the F did you just say? I'm like, I'm sorry, but it took me freaking 5 hours to beat freaking Ripto. Like,
When you finally beat Ripto, you're just like, yes.
Exactly. We're all like, yes, we finally did it. But
yeah, that's probably my favorite memory with one of my favorite memories for Spyro.
alright. Let's see, what else can I ask you here? I know I'm trying to think of a few more questions that I can ask. And I don't mean to be taking time out of your day to, prolong the stream, just get views out of it. I'm not one of those people, dude.
Yeah, no, don't worry, I gotcha.
But yeah, I would say for Spyro 3, at least for me, especially parts from the game. I mean, once we all figured out we could torch Moneybags for all the wrongdoings that he did to us. Like, you deserve it, you deserve it, you gem-stealing dirtbag.
Yeah.
I know I don't have my comments up right now, but I don't know what my chat's saying as of right now.
It's just a few comments from Flames. It was just a thing. So that's all that's on there right now.
Okay, I wasn't sure what's there because I don't have my comment section up because it kind of squishes my bar and I can barely see what I'm doing for one, and I hate that. But yeah, I mean honestly, I wish it would be a whole lot easier if you were. It would be a lot easier for me streaming wise to stream with you on PlayStation. That way it's a lot easier for me recording wise or streaming wise, whatever the case may be. And I understand you only want to do it through Discord and not have your, because you don't, honestly you don't know who I am, and I could give your username out to anybody and everybody, and everybody can keep adding you. I'm not that type of guy, to be honest with you.
Well, I just, I gotta be safe, that's all. I gotta be safe, so I gotta put the rule for everybody, and I know you're a nice guy and everything, but, if I give it to you and don't give it to others, it comes off as hypocritical, so I gotta...
It does, yeah, now I think about it, it does come off hypocritical, yeah. That was not me. I don't know if you heard that.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, good, because my chair just squeaked and it sounded like a lot like a fart, and I'm like jokingly saying it wasn't me.
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Anyways, more questions about Spyro. Like, what you think? Like, at first, like, moment you saw Spyro, like, first saw it with the drop trailer. It's in part of your intro too. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, the first time I saw Spyro, I mean, you can go on my channel, you can see my reaction is there.
I wish I did this. I did the same exact reaction you did. The first instance when I saw Spyro was through a YouTube ad. I'm not even joking. And I was like, I was laying in my bed, like belly down, facing towards my tablet, watching YouTube, watching your content actually, and a random ad popped up. Coincidentally, I was watching your channel, ad popped up, and it was Spyro. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Spyro was being remastered like Crash was, and I was literally crying, dude. I'm not even joking. I was so goddamn happy. Like I was literally so emotional that day when I saw it.
Yeah, it was emotional for a lot of Spyro fans, especially back when we were during Detective days where we were...
Oh yeah, Spyro Detective, and when it was Falcon McBob, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
That was the first hint that we all got, was Falcon McBob.
Yeah, and it was a sense of relief, like finally it's been released, and it was so happy. So unfortunately, I am gonna have to end it on this. So I'm just gonna say this final word, and then unfortunately I have to get going. So I'll end it on this. Spyro is such a emotional and holds such a huge piece of so many people's hearts.
Right.
To finally see it remastered, reimagined, and brought back to life is something that is absolutely impeccable and something that is absolutely breathtaking. And simply, I am profound by the fact that Toys for Bob decided to take on this project.
And they're not doing the... Yeah, and they're not doing Skylander Spyro. They're doing OG Spyro, and that's what makes us all happy as Spyro fans, as true hardcore Spyro fans. And I would like to say again before I end this stream here, I would like to double check with you guys. Go check out CanadainGuyEh here. Show him some love for showing up for this interview. It really means a lot to both of us to show us both some love. Subscribe to me, subscribe to him, but I really appreciate this CanadainGuyEh. It means a whole lot, and hopefully in the future we get to do more stuff like this.
I can't wait to see the further content that you made too.
Honestly, I don't record or stream enough, and I really apologize to my viewers for doing that because I've been so busy with like school and life and everything, my own job, and trying to balance and figure out a perfect balance with everything. It's honestly hard to figure out a perfect schedule for recording. That, and I'm just generally lazy about it, but I do want to show my viewers that I'm dedicated to being somebody like you who does this for a living. Well, not
Yeah.
not necessarily a living, but you get the idea.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but if you can achieve it, it's really awesome.
Honestly, yeah. Even though at like 5 subscribers for me, it's still thankful for all those people who are subscribing to me. Even though they're mostly just friends, I still appreciate everybody who hits that like button. Rather, if the goal is like say 5,000 or 500 or 200, regardless, I'm really happy to do this with somebody I actually love to watch on a daily basis.
Mm. Well, I really appreciate that. I'm very thankful to have fans like you to be talking to me about this. It's really awesome, and maybe we can do this again sometime.
Hopefully, we do something similar where we kind of battle it out. Maybe you allow me to do like that one PlayStation tag thing when Spyro releases, and we do like a bit of a battle, and we both stream at the same time playing Spyro, see how fast we could get through the levels, or just generally explore the game together.
Maybe, maybe we'll see. We'll see. I got a lot. When rain night comes up, my schedule gets real busy, so we're gonna have to see.
All right. Thanks again, Canadian Guy.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream here and let Canadian Guy do his business. And it was really great having him here for this interview. And thank you guys for watching. Honestly, it's amazing. All right. See ya.
Bye.
If I could figure out how to end the stream. There we go. Uh.
All right. We offline?